All right, fellas, here we're back on our Pokemon Masters video. Okay, all right, so here's the address the elephant in the room. Why the hell have we been getting so many popular characters in terms of like different alts and I guess making that money, that cash, that green, you know, the fun stuff, right? I think everyone likes. I'm not trying to make this video to be like, boom, end of service is coming. I don't think I'm really going to talk too much about end of service. I'm more so just going to talk about like why this is not the greatest thing ever, but also like why it's happening. And just more of like a very surface level look at it. I don't want to say like I'm a financial advisor because I'm not, and I'm sure, you know, they've got people they pay literally to make these type of decisions for them. So like, you know, not going to say I can handle, stand up to someone who's probably making, you know, at least quadruple my total salary in the past 2 years, all right, you know, by the year in order to actually like make these decisions. But I do want to take a look at it and see people getting upset. How about that? So you know what, fuck July, you know what? Screw July. No one likes July anyway as a month. Let's go back to, I want to go back to January. This is October. Okay, wow, we took a break. Okay, December works. This is fine. Yeah, this is January. Okay, so this guy, this is okay. I don't want to say Giovanni started it because he kind of didn't, but he's a part of the problem. So we got we got Giovanni at the very end of December as our New Year's character, on top of the reruns for the 3rd anniversary characters. Yeah, or 4th anniversary characters, not 3rd year. But we got ourselves the Neo Champion Kanto reruns, which are very good characters, even still to this day, right? Like still very strong, yada yada, right? But we got the release of Giovanni this year, and he was a very strong. He is a very strong character, still a very top tier support. You know, extremely strong. Anniversary Raihan and Poppy. Okay, I don't know how Poppy's popularity is. That's funny. But she's a Paldea character, and Raihan is popular. So we got 2 popular characters pretty much here for our New Year's seasonal scouts. We go down here, Mela and Atticus. Kit-wise, none of these characters are uber impressive. Like, none of them are particularly god-awful, but none of them are definitely impressive. It's least of all Raihan and Atticus, right? But they are all, like, popular options. Like, Mela and Atticus definitely carry a lot of weight with being Team Star, being Paldea, whatever. Giovanni is extremely strong. Giovanni's popular. He's also a Master Fair. And then Raihan and Poppy are both popular characters. So this month was kind of jam-packed. But, like, it was January, New Year's makes sense. That tends to happen in this game. We go to February. These are good Palatine's options. Eric is relatively popular, but like not really to the point where like it's obvious. And Marley's definitely not popular. This is good, but they did pair her with Shaman. But like still, whatever. This is fine. But yeah, here's the big ones. Yeah, Juliana and Florian with the Master Fair, Koraidon, and Miraidon. We're gonna get into a little bit of a theme here that we're gonna notice more going into like June. They're spamming these big legendaries with these big protagonist characters here. Like, they are spamming them hard, right? And like on top of us getting these characters, we've got other things coming, like the Anniversary Lily rerun and some like rerun scouts for Poke Fairs and stuff like that, which honestly is not that big of a deal. But you know, I just pointed out it is happening, right? But Julian and Koraidon and Florian and Miraidon, 2 Master Fairs as the run-up to the anniversary. So then what did we get for the actual half anniversary? Is this? Yeah, this works. We got ourselves Variety Hop and Zacian because of the TCG. And then later in that month, somewhere in here, Ethan and Ho-Oh, right? Yeah, Ethan and Ho-Oh for the release of Heatwave Arena, right, in Japan. So that was also something to consider, is that we were getting ourselves the big release of these 2 characters here because of the TCG. And their varieties, like not hard to pull units, but big units. Hop and Zacian, Ethan and Ho-Oh, big. Also Ortega and Dash Button. I haven't gotten to the big ones yet. Ortega and Dash Button, Poke Fair, not bad to pull, but Ortega, Team Star, pretty popular, right? Team Star stuff. The anniversary characters themselves, May and Brendan with, okay, someone's gonna get upset with me for saying this. Shiny Groudon and Kyogre, Primal Shiny Groudon and Kyogre. I don't think there is any other duo or trio, because we can include Rayquaza, right, that even comes near the level of hype that these characters have. Like, okay, maybe if we want to say near, you can make Dialga and Palkia or Ho-Oh and Lugia. You can say they're up there. But if we want to talk about the single most hype character legendaries they can drop, Shiny Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre are 100% there. Like, as a duo. If we want to talk individual Pokemon, you know, you can make your arguments for Mewtwo or Arceus probably, right? Whatever, makes sense. But these two as a duo is moneymaker. Like, this is like the, if you want to talk about summer, Cynthia being the emergency like emergency break the glass for funds unit, you might be downplaying shiny Groudon and Kyogre here a little bit, because they are the big fucking units, man. Especially with how good they were, especially introducing the new gimmick of EX Sun and EX Rain. Yeah, okay, they were meant to make you cash. And then rerunning Steven for the trio, yeah, okay, makes sense, bud, makes sense. So this is big. These characters were huge, and the big like catalyst start to this spamming. Okay, they weren't the start because I said Julian and Florian and Juliana, I mixed their names up so many times. It's insane. But like, you know, them with Koraidon and Miraidon were also like massive, bringing in those big, massive legendaries and stuff. You know, these characters helped accelerate that to the moon. So like, this month was insane. And that's what I'm going into. Yeah, Arc Suit N. All right, like, we expected an Arc Suit in this area. Hell, a lot of us expected 2 or 3 Arc Suits. Like, but the fact we only got 1 was frankly surprising. But don't worry, they made up for that in recent months. We'll go into that. But you have shiny Groudon and Kyogre Primal, and then Arc Suit N in Zoroark. N, one of the most popular characters. Zoroark, one of the most popular Pokemon. Amazing pair. Like, Arc Suit, right? Makes sense to drop them here. I don't know how much sense it makes to drop them alongside big fucking behemoths. I'm telling you, if you were to not drop anything for the run-up or any other anniversary sync pairs, shiny Kyogre Groudon Primal can carry the anniversary on their back without problem. To the point where regular, non-primal or non-shiny Kyogre and Groudon were released with Archie and Maxie as Master Fairs. Yeah, I'm telling you, they are money makers. This month, I don't think a lot of people talk about it enough, that this month was absurd for the amount of money they were trying to fish out of people. They dropped literally 4 legendaries, a rerun shiny Rayquaza, a rerun shiny Haxorus, and also an Arc Suit. Crazy. And that's, you know, that's only going to just be accelerated now. This is for, yeah, okay, this is for, we skipped a month. This month, okay. April calendar. This one was fine. This month was fine overall, but it still had the very blatant problems where they dropped Lacey and Ray, Illima's whatever, but Lacey and Ray, like protagonist character, whatever, not that crazy, but Lacey pretty big, you know, Blueberry Elite Four member, makes sense, pretty popular character. Variety Cynthia, I mean, it's Cynthia, come on, let's get it out there. Again, this is another thing for Heatwave Arena, but this is, they dropped it, so it's Cynthia, come on, makes sense. I don't really need to explain this, okay, Cynthia. And then Marnie and Morty. Marnie and Morty are 2 of the, okay, Morty is not that popular overall, but he is one of the most popular characters in Johto. And also Marnie doesn't really need to be explained. She kind of sucked, but like, she's good. And also Morty dropped with Hisuian and Typhlosion, which they knew people have been looking for. So they were really trying to get you to also spend on this month. Not to a crazy extent, nearly not the same as like what's been happening in recent months, nor the anniversary or January. Definitely not, but they were definitely enticing people with putting out these like Lacey and Marnie and Morty, right? So it makes sense with that month, but it definitely was not as bad as what is coming in the latest months, right? Let's look at this one. Okay, I don't really need to explain this one. Okay, there's 2 things to actually go into here. I probably could have gone into it for the other characters. I did go into it technically. We had the EX Weather Train Zone with Brandon and May, which made them crazy, but they already had Groudon and Kyogre, shiny Primal. Like, yeah, okay. They did not need that stuff. But yeah, okay, Signisu, Iono, and Elisa. Elisa, being the ludicrous damage dealer that she is, literally like a top 5 damage dealer probably overall, just like as a character, extremely crazy for being a Pokefair. They were trying to make money off of her. Elisa's pretty popular. Thundurus is kind of whatever, but like, it's Elisa, a great outfit, whatever. One of my favorite characters, so I definitely came back for it. But anyway, Cygnus to Iono doesn't need explaining. Iono is one of the most popular characters that they're going to be doing because it's amazing. Like, the most popular Paldean character, and Paldea is still pretty hot right now, especially with Iono continuing to be prevalent in the anime. She's still going to be getting that promotion stuff. You know, they're still going to be making money off of Iono alts, right? A lot of it. And then with Raging Bolt, and also her being the EX electric terrain setter, when they knew electric was one of the strongest teams still because of Thunderbolt Red, Champion Blue, the recent release of Florian, right? Like, there was very crazy electric type characters, right? And well, these characters have just accelerated it. You run them with Florian and oh my god, it's insane, right? And that's not even going into the next thing. Arc Suit Alder, literally a month and a half after Arc Suit N. Didn't even make it to June. June is when we usually get Master Fairs, but no, they didn't even make it that far. We went to early May, late April, and that's when we got Arc Suit Alder. Okay, man. Sure. Arc Suit Alder. Sure. Yeah, they dropped the guy. They dropped him with EX Bug Zone because of Benga here. Benga is whatever. Benga. We want to talk about Benga a little bit. We talk about what happened with Twitter with Benga. All right, that was a fun time. But we talk about Arc Suit Alder, right? Like Arc Suit Alder, an Arc Suit. I don't think Alder and Volcarona like carry as much hype overall, but like still a champion character, still a character that a lot of people in the community have wanted to get an Alder literally ever since pretty much his release. And well, he got an Arc Suit, the most premium banner pretty much, and he is really good. So like, clearly trying to make money off of that. Benga, not so much, but they are trying to use Benga as a way to sell Alder. So Alder and Benga kind of come in like a two-part pack, but not really at the same time. It's Benga, but whatever. Signet Suit beat, yeah, okay. Grimsley, no. Grimsley was just for the Mega Evolution stuff. He was not that hype, but Grimsley's popular-ish, but he gimmicky. Grimsley's iffy, but Signet Suit beat, yeah. Signet Suit beat. Beat is a popular character. He came with Iron Valiant, a Paradox Pokemon, pretty popular Paradox Pokemon at that, and was also really good. They wanted to make money off that. Boom, 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 boom. 4 more characters. All 3 of them are popular, and one of them is an Arc Suit. Yeah, okay. They're definitely trying to make money off that month. And also, all of them were strong. Uber strong at that. Okay? And then, of course, Benga, again, I don't really go into that too much. And then we get to this month. Let's remember the timeline. All right? Let's go back to where I first started with this, because I want to get you to remember. Master Fair. Master Fair, Master Fair. Master Fair, Master Fair, Arc Suit. No Master Fairs are Arc Suits. Arc Suit. Master Fair, Master Fair. In the span of at this point is 6 months. In the span of 6 months, you have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Master Fairs and 2 Arc Suits. Sure, man. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Sure. And like, let's just consider here. It's Elio and Celine with shiny Necrozma forms. I'm very surprised that they're both not Ultra Necrozma. I think they just want to do that to make their kits, like, varying. But I'm so surprised they did not do Ultra Necrozma, just because, like, they already did shiny Primal Groudon and Kyogre. Not here, but, whatever, right here. Why would they not? I'm very surprised that they did not do Ultra Necrozma here. So, let's recap. Guzzlord, Koraidon, Miraidon, shiny Groudon, shiny Kyogre, shiny Duskmane, and shiny Dawnwings Necrozma. In the span of 6 months. Okay. Yeah, alright, man. That's funny. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really need to explain. Master Fairs, this was normal. Let's reiterate. Alder, in his time slot, not fucking normal. Alright? Not normal. And also them spamming the Master Fairs the way that they have been has not been normal. Like, putting Juliana and Florian as the run-up characters, when last year we got 1 being Signet Suit Gladion, and for the run-up to the 5-year, one of them being Signet Suit Nemona, to go to the protagonist with the box legendaries. Okay, man, sure. And again, here, these 2 shiny Necrozma forms, and these guys are also broken, busted characters, all right? They've not been holding out. Larry's pretty popular. Not like a crazy scout because he's a seasonal scout and, whatever, but like he's still pretty popular. Clive and Samson, Gordy and Melanie, whatever. So frankly, despite the fact that this month has 2 Master Fairs, it was actually somehow more tame than quite a few of the months prior. Again, surprisingly. But yeah, like pretty big hitter month there too with just the Necrozma forms. And then we get this month. This month, I think, is making people really go red alert, like Defcon 1. Mostly because of Summer Cynthia. But, like, they've got a point. Summer, Cynthia, and Skyla. I don't need to explain Cynthia's hype, but I could make 40 videos on Cynthia alone. All of them would get, like, 1,000 views. I would get paid just because Cynthia mommy popular, okay? Let's not twist it here. Skyla, extremely popular character as well. Very popular Unova character. Not, like, obviously Cynthia Red, whatever, or, like, Iona level, none of those characters, but, like, very popular. Like, definitely, like, top 50 Pokemon characters to make alts of just because they're popular, okay? Definitely up there, especially given like she was an anniversary character prior. She's really popular. Up there with like Raihan levels, I would around probably. And these aren't even the big guys. These are seasonal scouts. These guys haven't even released yet. Arc Suit Silver and Ethan in the time slot. There's never been a Master Fair here. There's never been a Master Fair. Definitely never been an Arc Fair. Arc Suit, Arc Scout, whatever. The oldest example, not you. The oldest example we can look at, Maxie and Archie. released in June. July for this year was like Ingo and Emmett, which, or not for this year, 2021, was like Ingo and Emmett, which is fine. I mean, they're pretty popular, but like arc suits, bruh. They did arc suits in July. No, July is always a downtime month. July has always, and even if it's not downtime, like in terms of like good poke fairs or whatever, it's just like you get summer units, which are like, it could be fine, good, whatever, but they're summer units. Or you could get yourself poke fairs, or you could get both, but you never get master fairs or arc fairs. Bro, that is insane. Like, if we go ahead and take a look here, we go over here and look at the amount of multi-sync pairs in the game. Again, let's keep a reminder. We had the first multi-character was Arc Suit Cynthia, who debuted, I want to say, the 28th of August of last year. We've had 8 of these sync pairs. August is the 8th month. We are on the 7th month. We have had almost 1-for-1 arc suits for a month. Like, it's been, out of 11 months, we've had, not even 11, it's been pretty much only 10. 10 months, we have had 8 arc suits. Yeah, okay. Sure. And let's remember, obviously, no one is a big fan of how arc suits work functionally. Like, okay, like, people can complain about, like, reuse pairs and whatever else, but, like, obviously, you know, you can say if that's valid or not, but the point that people don't like is the fact that it takes you an extra 100 pity to get the character if you get really unlucky, and you cannot use regular candies, and you have to use gold candies to level them up. So Arc Suit Scouts just go far and away, like, worse than Master Fair Scouts pretty much all the time, just because of all of that, and they have been spamming them. And let's, again, you know what? You don't even want to look at Master or multi-characters? Let's look at Arc Suits. Let's take a look at Master Fairs, okay? 7 Master Fairs since just January, not even considering. If we want to go back to August, or September actually, 8. So pretty much the same amount. We've had a combined total of 16 Master and Arc Fairs in 10 fucking months. 10 months! Oh boy. And I'm pretty much rarely including any crazy reruns, or I'm not even mentioning a lack of gems, or maybe having good gems. I don't even know. I don't really care. But like, just talking pure banners and pure output of like hype characters. Let's go down. Let's go from the top here to the bottom. Yes. Okay. Hype. Yeah, okay. Hype. No. Hype. Oh, you're okay. I was thinking of the Sigma suit, but like, okay. You know what? Fuck this. Let's go with a 5-star. He's a 5-star. Whatever. That's fine. Again. Bro. Go back down the list. Okay. Hype, no. Hype, no. Dawn is mixed scout, but like, I mean, it's Dawn. I'm gonna say like a half hype there, but like, you know, say what you want. Hype. No. Hype. It's iffy. All right. Pretty hype given Paldea. Pretty hype. I'd say mega hype. Okay. Pretty hype. These are free. Hype. Not really. Hype. I know I'm like being very like, some people can definitely argue, it's like, oh, Mel and Atticus are not hype because they were crappy. But it's like, it's the point of this is the characters. It's like the release of the characters and like specific Paldea characters, like people are gonna go for them just because they like them. Okay, it's less so about kits. Like, more people do play for kits, so like a lot of people do rather. But you're also gonna see a lot of people just come in because their favorite character or the character that they like are now in the game, right? Okay, and well, we want to take the ratio of hypes to non-hypes. I mean, we're looking at a pretty big ratio of hypes, and honestly, to me, it's not even the fact that they're doing a lot of hype characters. I do want to kind of discuss though on that Summer Cynthia and Summer Skyla happening, because they did not do any unpopular characters for that. But like, it's the fact that, again, 16 total Arc and Master Fairs in the total of 10 months. That's absurd. That is so unbelievably absurd. Like, in the period of pretty much the run-up and the half anniversary itself, we got 4 Master Fairs and an Arc Fair. And pretty much the span of like 25 days? 4 Master Fairs and an Arc Fair? Yeah, okay. Sure. I'm pretty sure we didn't even breach 30,000 gems in that time period, and total gems given to the players. So, yeah, okay. I know they want to make money, and well, I don't know if that's working for them. I have no idea. I don't really want to speak on things I'm not really too sure of. But, Sure. So, how's the situation for you all? How are you all thinking about the complete spam of popular characters? Let me know down in the comments below. I guess I'll see y'all later. Good luck. Good fucking luck. I'm going for Ethan, and so I'll need that luck back. So, I take my luck back. I kind of need it. Yeah, okay. I'll see you later. I hope you all enjoyed. Peace.